what I do, it's still a struggle to survive. Don't know if I'ma ever make it out this game alive. No matter what I do, I cannot seem to get ahead. Instead of hoping for the best, they'd rather see me dead. No matter what I do, it's still a struggle to survive.
Gentlemen, welcome to the Monkman Marl, Kalone. This is episode 13 of season 1, and I am your host, the Monkman. Today's topic about ghosting and why it's important for men's physical and mental well-being and their future physical and mental well-being. It is a topic of sheer importance, in my opinion, and I have had to ghost on quite a few occasions the past couple of years, and I can tell you that it has absolutely saved my sanity as an individual. I'm not just talking about having to ghost women that are in your life. I'm talking about using this method to protect your health and well-being from toxic people in your life in general. Now, one thing that I'd like to say on this before I go any further is, at the end of the day, you need to do what is best as a man for your own sanity, health, and well-being. I was accustomed to putting other people's well-being ahead of mine for so many years. I had forgotten what it was like and what it meant to put my health and well-being first. I'm sure there's a lot of you men out there that can relate, especially men that have been married, men that have had children, men that have had to take care of family members that may be sick or may have long-term health problems, or there's a whole hodgepodge of issues that forces us men in a way to put other people ahead of ourselves, and we do it all the time. Now, today's piece, I'm not going to look to articles to back it up. I'm not going to look to articles for reference points. This is strictly going to be an opinion piece coming from me. I've had some experiences over the last few years that have added tremendous insight into why ghosting is so important. Let me give you some quick examples. I have a family member that has long-term health and care problems, and subsequently is not able to take care of themselves. I have been in charge of taking care of this individual for the last 15 years. And as I was doing that, had extended relatives, meaning people that aren't directly within my family unit, I would say, not talking like siblings or parents or kids, whatever. These people, all they did was create drama and problems, and one issue after another while I was trying to care for this direct family member for the last 15 years. They did it all because of self-interest and because of money, greed for money. The solution that I found at the end of the day that worked the best and was the most effective was to ghost myself away from these individuals. We had attorneys involved at one point. We had, people writing them letters to stop what they were doing. We had police involved. And at the end of the day, all it did was seem to initiate more action from them that continued to ratchet up everything and just caused me more immense stress and problems in my life. When I finally got to the point of saying, enough is enough, and I decided to go ghost, all of the problems eventually kind of just faded away, and the issue itself finally resolved. That's just one example. Another example I've had, without going into any details, is with my own children. I have 2 daughters. Anyway, there's a lot of history there. To get direct to the point, I eventually, because of their entitled attitudes and their toxic behavior towards me as their parent, and believing that I owed them, I had to ghost myself from them as well. It's been nearly a year since I did that, and it was the best decision that I ever made. The reason I say that, again, it has removed all of the drama, all of the stress on my heart, stress that causes heart attacks, stress that causes strokes, stresses that cause high blood pressure, stresses that cause resentment to where you may never be able to repair relationships with people. And so making the choice to ghost on them, and let me say, they're adults. I didn't ghost and disappear from my responsibility while they were children. I raised both of these kids to adults. And to make the decision to ghost away from them until they can do some growing up and take responsibility for their poor behavior and actions towards me and towards other people, it was the best thing that I could have ever done. By doing that, I am doing self-care and self-awareness. I am making the effort to make sure that my health and my well-being is taken care of. Because believe me, man, when I tell you this, there is not a single person on this planet that is going to take care of your health and your well-being better than you. Everybody else out there, pretty much today, it's unanimous, is going to put themselves and their own interests above other people. And you, my friends, need to make sure that you take care of yourselves. Now, that means it is required to ghost away from toxic people in your life. Be it a girlfriend, be it a wife that you need a divorce from, be it children that behave unruly or are out of control, be it that it's extended family members, be it that it is toxic friendships or what you thought was friendships, be it that it's even toxic business relationships or acquaintances. Ghosting is not simply a desperation act by men or something, that other people have the right to talk down on for you doing. Ghosting is a very useful and, dare I say, intelligent tool in our arsenal as men to protect our own health and well-being. The old saying goes, to win the war sometimes means to not participate in the war. Those aren't the exact words, but that's basically what it means. Sometimes in order to win, you have to not participate. And ghosting is a very effective way of finding your way out of these toxic situations for you. I cannot stress enough how much better my life has been without all of these stresses in it. It is like lifted like 100-pound weight off of my body. I have also done multiple years of counseling over the years. And even in the counseling and therapy, a number of times they've told me that that's a very effective way of avoiding conflict and resolving the issue without creating more conflict with the instigators. Gentlemen, if you have toxic situations in your life, you don't know how to resolve them, it's causing you immense amounts of stress, immense amounts of pain, immense amounts of suffering, physical effects on your body, being run down, out of energy, depressed, all kinds of things. If any of this is happening to you and you have not been able to find a solution to the problem, keep in mind that ghosting can be a very effective option, even if it's only short term in a certain situation, or if it ends up being long term like mine was. It can be a very effective and useful tool to protect yourself. Give me your thoughts on this topic. I know it's a much bigger topic than what I've just gone over, but I like to keep these videos shorter than 20 or 30 minutes if possible. I just really believe, based on my experience, that it can be very effective for self-preservation as a man in today's society, to simply ghost and leave the toxic situation to the other people. Let me know your thoughts. And gentlemen, as always, stay the fuck red-pilled.
Ahora sí me llaman cuando vendo mis productos. Dale duro, homeboy, échales todas tus ganas. A veces hay que sufrir por el dinero y la fama. Put a comma on the end, cause the verse isn't over. That's dedicated to my hustle, slinging dope on the corner. I hope that someday soon we can get up out the rain. But until that day comes, on the ground we gotta stay. Gotta slang to the rich, poor, needy, and the lost. Cold nights in the streets, steady to my heart frost. Got a dog, red and blue, but I don't mean the gang. I'm talking about 5-0, trying to put me in chains. Keep it simple and plain, no regrets and no complaints. Hard times, gotta hustle, struggle to survive, man. No matter what I do, it's still a struggle to survive. Don't know if I'ma ever make it out this game alive. No matter what I do, I